Everybody go tapping with the pop with Tigmatic.
Y'all tune into the Pop Podcast. And guess what? There's an episode of
and you are tuned into the Pop Podcast.
With the Pop Podcast with my boy Tigmatic. You hear me? It's going down.
To follow the Pop Podcast with Tigmatic.
That's that number one.
That's that number one.
Introducing the all-new, all-natural Wrap Patch. The smoking bandage for broken, stale, cracked, torn cigars, cones, cigarettes, wraps, you name it. Here we have a stale cigar with 2 holes in it. We're going to take our brown paper wrap patches and we're going to tear it in half because a little goes a long way. You lick the shiny adhesive side of the wrap, and then you apply it to the damaged area, smoothing it over as you go, like you see me doing here, to get all the air bubbles out and to make it a complete airtight seal. We're going to take our other side of our wrap patch and do the exact same thing with the other hole. These are our brown papers, and now we have a completely new fixed cigar. No need to throw it out, no wasting money. Now we have the same cigar, completely broken in half, and these are our white colored papers. As you see, the shiny adhesive side is the side that you lick. Hold your piece of your damaged smoking vessels together. Apply the wrap patch. And it doesn't even have to be perfect. These are how well and how good the wrap patches adhere. Smooth it around. You can add heat to speed up the drying process. But like we have here, a completely fixed, airtight seal cigar. Odorless, tasteless. It's a game changer, y'all. Get yours now. TheWrapPatch.com. Patent pending.
D-Y shot this one.
Bruno, you spazzing. Hey, this shit wavy.
Never sideways, let's get it straight. Coming and coming, this money start to generate. Nothing to something, no sleep. I'ma finish it. She cussing and fussing, I didn't know it was a dinner date. She complaining about I'm late. Baba tell me sacrifice, I won't hesitate. I did what I said. I'm a bad man. Moonwalk on a bitch and tap dance. It is what it is, and that's that. I did, and that's facts. When it comes to my struggle, just ask. No matter how you put it, my shit real rap. Scan your raps, I bet you find a fitted cap. What's the point of getting locked up if you gon' crack? These niggas is all rap. Turn it up, I can't go to sleep. Run it up, gotta get this green. Turn it up, I can't go to sleep. Run it up, I gotta get this cream. Cash rules everything around me. I seen killers in prison, 4-day flag, knife fights and doors being jammed. If I go any deeper, you'll drown. I swim in waters with sharks and made it out. White grapes and lakes and alligators. Had a battle with Satan, certain people acting shady. That's why I been acting crazy. Had a picture of this lady, but the image fucking faded. That resembles pretty much what's been happening lately. Not the same Shazzy that you knew once. I'm not a fool, bruh. Spirit can't get hot, so I play it cool first. She say, come here, rude boy. Boy, can you get it up? Took her down, let you pick her up. I'm big enough, don't try to buy love, cause then it's fake. Take the money away, then see if she stays. Don't get mad at me, cause you paid to fuck, and I fuck for free. It's fucking league, who can fuck with me? Turn it up, I can't go to sleep. Run it up, gotta get this green. Turn it up, I can't go to sleep. Run it up, I gotta get this cream.
We coming in from the door, man, on folks them. Y'all already know, cuz. Yeah. I rock all this white like I'm godly. Sushi gon' come with wasabi. Fresh off the steps of the porch. I walk out, get in a Porsche. Know that I'm using the force. Know that I mastered the course. Known as the plug and the source. Haters, they feeling remorse. This for my dogs in court. That's facing the judge and the jury. My brother, he made it in sports. And that's why he rock all that jewelry. She can remember me now. Know that my vision is blurry. I got these racks on me now. Know that the money done cured me. Know that I'm lit in my city. Know that I'm hot. Know that we poppin', man. Everybody chasing that cloud. Running they mouth. Know I really feed the game. Yeah. Hold up. We on the beaches and right off the coast. Down here in Florida, we doing the most. The hustle on South Beach is like a LeBron. You call it a pound and we call it a bomb. We at the lick and I'm working with chicken. Shout out my nigga from Memphis, they chicken. My dog and themselves, know I know that they listening. Yeah, I'm on a new level just like I'm Hendrix. Straight from the gutter, we come from the trenches. We ball on these niggas, they sit on the bench. They using the style and I swear I ain't lending. We pushing the P and the P is for profit. They watching and listening, look how they copy. They hate and respect it, but gotta acknowledge me. Know that a nigga be doing a lot. Know that I'm lit in my city. Know that I'm hot. Know that we poppin', man. Everybody chasing that cloud, running they mouth. Know I really feed the game.
All right, y'all. Listen, we here. Another one for the books. Doubleheader today. Doubleheader Wednesday. We moving and booming. Welcome back. Y'all just saw Baghdaddy, and now my guest is here. Episode 127. We moving, y'all. We floating. But my guest is a GA native. He dope. Listen, he a real cool dude, real solid out here. And listen, I had the chance of meeting him at the Go Live event Friday. And listen, we've been chilling, real reserved and cool since then. So we linked in and we locked in now. So y'all got to hear him. He different. He about different things than a lot. And he a dope soul, dope individual. So I had to bring him on here. It's only right. So without further ado, I bring y'all my guy, Nature Vandross. What's poppin', my guy? Oh, hold up.
I appreciate all the kind words, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. It's love, bro. You already know.
Hey, for sure, man. Appreciate that. So
Welcome to the
podcast. What's popping with you, man? Talk to me.
Hey, man. I'm good, man. How you?
Hey, man. Hey, another day, man. All is well, baby. You know, we grinding.
Hey, as usual. Hey,
yes,
man.
Yes, sir.
Where you at right now?
Man, I'm at the store, man. I stopped by the vape store, so I'm invested in a few vape stores too, bro. So I stopped
Hey,
by the yeah, man. It's all about trying to keep pushing the dollars, man. I always say, man, I ain't got a free dollar, man. They all better be working. You know what I'm saying? So
that's right, man.
yeah, man. So stop
So
by,
listen,
man. Just finish the night up. What's going on, man? Talk to me.
I like to let my guests have the solo cam and give themselves a formal introduction to the folks. So you're on Dollar Radio, Hollywood Radio, and
Okay.
Going In Radio.
Okay.
So give the people an introduction, man.
Hey, man, what's up, people? Especially the ladies. Hey, listen, man, it's Nature Vandross, man. Hey, from Augusta, Georgia. Just up and coming artist, man. This is my sophomore season, man, and doing music. Popped out last year in January, man, in the studio. Dropped my first project last April, man, and just really had a little motion, man. You know what I mean? And just really been grinding and working, man. So, hey, Nature Vandross to the world, man. I really appreciate y'all tonight, man, and I hope you enjoyed the live interview tonight.
Hey, man, that's dope. Welcome. We here. We
Yeah,
moving and
man.
booming, as I like to say.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving and booming.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man. So you from Georgia. Tell the people what Georgia's like for those that don't know. You know what I'm saying? I know we hear a lot about it, but let the people know what Georgia's like.
Man, Georgia really popular, man. I can't even flex, man. Georgia been real good to me. I'm born and raised here in Augusta, man. I spent a lot of time in a lot of cities here in the state, man, and I just keep it real, man. Georgia good people, man. Southern soul, man. That Southern belle, you know what I mean? So, we got a lot of good people, man. You're gonna always have bad apples everywhere you go, but at the end of the day, man, I wouldn't trade Georgia for nothing in the world, man. Shout out to my state, bro.
Hey, man, shout out to Georgia. Y'all
Yes,
ain't.
sir. Yes, sir.
So let's get right into it. You know what I'm saying? We had a little pre-interview at the Go Live event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some fun. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
had fun at
for
the Go
sure.
Live event, and it was a nice turnout and it was nice performances, a lot of dopeness going on. And,
Yeah,
we got to connect, you know what I'm saying? And
absolutely, man.
after I heard you perform, we went straight outside with it. We was
Yeah.
right outside with it.
Yeah, for
You know what I'm
sure. Yeah, we
saying?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, we
people
did.
saw the pre-interview, so it's only right that we do it right now. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Give
Yeah,
the people what they want. Give them what they want, man.
right. And the social
Yeah.
media been going crazy too. So shout out to everybody that follow. Shout out to Africa. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Shout out to
Hey,
Chile.
man.
I'm almost
Hey,
at
we appreciate you,
200,000
man.
views across all platforms, and I thank y'all so much.
Right. Yeah, man,
Listen,
blessed. Just blessed to be part of any of it, man. Part of your platform, man. I really appreciate everybody, man. Nature Vandross is extremely blessed, man. And if this your first time checking us out tonight, man, I hope you check in with us, man. Cause just know, man, we we own this up, man. We really are. We really are.
yeah, you definitely on to something. We're going to get to it. Let's get
Yeah.
into it.
Let's do
So,
it.
how has your rapid rise in the music industry impacted your mental health? Let's go into it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get right to it.
I keep it real, man. I tell you what, it's at times I found it tough. You know, uh, when I jumped into this thing last January, of course, being an idea, and you got to keep in mind the music that you hear from me. You know, last January, man, I couldn't put two bars together. I didn't know how to rap. I didn't know how to sing. I really didn't know what I was doing. I just had this itch, man, that I just wanted to get back into music because I had a passion for music. So this last 12 months, man, have been incredible. I've met some amazing people throughout this journey. I always say that I'm a student. I'm always a student. I love to learn. In my freshman season of doing music, man, coming from never recording learning how to truly be an artist, man, from grassroots.
Yeah.
It's been a journey, man, because that's what I wanted. You know, a lot of people say, well, man, he got money so he can pay his way to the top. And that's what I didn't want. I didn't want to be an artist that threw money around, ran out here, got a bunch of features, dealt with a bunch of, industry producers and, and try to skyrocket myself to the top. I really wanted to experience what an artist truly was. You
Right.
know,
The grind.
I wanted to experience it, man. I mean, I'm talking about on the block. I'm talking about all of it. You know, the letdowns, the hate, the baggage that come with it, man, the ups, the downs. I wanted to experience every part of it because what I didn't want to happen is there's without a doubt I'm going to be successful at this. So let's make that clear. Um,
Yeah.
what I didn't want is I didn't want anybody to say he didn't earn it because the reality is this, I earned it. Everywhere you see everybody else, you see me. I'm traveling. I'm putting the groundwork in. I'm putting the studio time in. Hell, we doing 3 to 5 songs a week. You know what I mean?
Oh, you grind,
You
big
know,
grind.
I'm constantly writing. I'm an emotional guy. That's the Vandross side of me. So when you see the nature in the Vandross, people say, well, what the hell is nature Vandross? So the nature side of me, you're dealing with a two-part alter ego, right? So when you
Yeah, I was
deal
going
with
to
nature,
ask you. I was going to
absolutely.
ask you
So when
the
you
basis of your name.
Yeah, so when you
So
deal
break
with
it down.
nature
Go ahead, break it
Vandross,
down.
you're dealing with a two-part alter ego, right? You're dealing with my beginning of my life coming into a man. And when at the Vandross stage of my life, that's the emotional, that's the grown man side of me. So a lot of the music you hear that's emotional, a lot of passion in the music. Uh, you know, you can tell that's the Vandross side. That's the intellectual side, that's the mature side of me. That's the man that I've become. The nature
Right.
side of me is the side of me when I grew up. I come from the hood naturally. So naturally, that's the side of me. That's the wild side. So when you hear the wild records, when you hear me, we doing a different flavor. We on some street stuff. We on some trap stuff. We catering to the streets. That's the nature side of me. But when you hear the records, man, that's really elegant. Um, that's super special to the ladies. I love to write records, man, that about relationships. I've been married twice, man, so I've been through a lot of heartbreak in my life.
Mm.
So I'm able to write about those times in my life. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I've learned from my mistakes in my life as a man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the
Absolutely.
fact. That's the Vandross side of me. You know what I'm saying? So you get the nature side, which is the wild side, and then you get the emotional and you get the sophisticated, mature guy, which is the Vandross side of me. And that's the type of records you hear, when Vandross in the booth, So
Oh man,
that's that
that's
nature
dope.
Vandross kick, man. That's it, bro.
Yeah, that's dope. That's definitely dope, man. And it's definitely a play on the name, you know what I'm saying? So I respect it.
Yeah, man.
All
When
right.
Vandross. So Luther was my mom's favorite artist. My mother. Those who know my mom. I grew up in the streets, man. My mom was always at every card game, bro. She was shit, man. Whether they was playing checkers, playing cards, rolling dice, my mom was there trying to make a few dollars, man. So, and every time I would go every night we would go out. We would be at the card game, so I'd be in the house. I'd be in the bootleg house, and they was
Yeah.
always rocking the Luther, bro. So I was always on that Luther, man. That was my mom's thing. That's what we listened to, man. That was our bonding music, So Vandross always been a part of my life, And so I owe that to my mother, I lost my mom, man, in my early 20s, So
My
uh,
condolences.
oh yeah, it's all good, man. Yeah, I lost my mom in my early 20s. I lost my father in my early 20s as well.
Mm.
So as a young man, no parents, trying to figure life out, man. It was a struggle, bro. But Vandross was always a way that I could tap back into my mother's soul, my mother's spirit. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
be able to vibe and talk to my mom, you know what I'm saying? And listen to the music, man, and let the soul of the music, just just healed me, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's all
Yeah,
about
that's
healing
dope.
when we think about the music. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so that's where the Vandross come from, my man.
Oh, that's dope, man. That's definitely dope. So, music is an emotional journey, right?
For sure.
How did you handle the pressures of success and expectations?
I handle it well, man, and I tell you why. Because I don't think there's anything in life that can put a higher standard on myself than myself. Uh,
Mhm.
you know, so I don't really get caught up in the noise, if you know what I mean. A lot of it is noise. And I just really don't get caught up in the madness, man. You know, I've been a successful businessman now over 20 years in the construction world, predominantly, you know, let's keep it real, predominantly enforced by white America. You know, so here, black man is been in white America's primary construction field, man, and I've been able to sustain, man, and be successful over years, man. So, you know, I'm built for this. You know what I'm saying? I'm built for challenges. I'm built for adversity. Um, like I said, man, I lost my parents at such an early age. I dealt with so much in life, man. Cursed God for everything he was worth in my younger ages, man. And, you know, just hanging on to the promises that God gave me, man. And I'll never forget those and always cherish those, you know. So,
Yeah,
you know, I'm a man that dreams. I'm a big dreamer. Definitely a man that's definitely ran by faith. And most importantly, man, you know, I like to say that I follow God's footsteps, man, every step of the way. Where there's peace, I
yeah.
follow. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, that's dope. Putting
Yeah,
God
where there's
first
peace,
is
I follow, bro.
definitely important.
Absolutely, man. You know, that's the
So
first and foremost.
yeah, so to hear you say that, you know, and to go through life with struggles at an early age,
I don't use it at
it's
all.
definitely
Maybe try
a
something.
challenge within itself.
That.
Yeah, man. He's trying to sell a hookah in the store, so I'm in the store. So pardon me, guys. He's trying to sell a hookah to a customer in the store. So I'm gonna walk over here. Say that again, bro.
I said putting God first is definitely a dope thing, to go through life at an early age with the obstacles that you had to go through in your early 20s,
Oh yeah,
losing
man.
your parents is a hard feat within itself, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. It was tough, bro. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. It was you know, my father was my best friend, man, in life. And you know, I at a later age in my life, I I didn't really have my father in my early age in my life. You know what I'm saying? I had my mother, you know. Um, I ended up getting in a lot of trouble, you know, throughout my teenage years, man. And my father started coming around, man, and we developed a super great relationship. So
Yeah,
I like to say because of my father, that's where I started to learn the business side of life, the educational side of life. Because my mom, you know, like I said, I was from the block, you know, so a lot of the values, a lot of the hustle that's in me, that comes from my mother. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of
that's
the
dope.
core values of business, you know, understanding economics, you know, just really being educated. You know, that came from my father's side. You know, I had to give my father credit for that. You know, it was important for him, man, that I got a great education, you know, and I turned out to be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like he stressed that a lot in my life, you know. It's almost as if he knew some things that I didn't know. You know what I mean? Like he was gonna leave, you know.
Absolutely.
Um, you know, so it's been a long journey, man. I like to say it's two sides of the coin. You know, my father was white and Dominican, my mother was black. So I've been able to see both sides of the coin of my life. You know, I've seen it from both sides. And the reason my music is the way it is, I like to say, is because of the culture and the background that I came from. You know, having a white father,
Absolutely.
especially Dominican, as well as having a mom, you know what I'm saying, that came from the hood, man, African American. So to try to put me in a box when it comes to music and culture, it would probably be impossible. You know what I mean? Because there's so
Yeah,
much in me. You know, there's so much in me.
Oh man, that's dope. And to come from two different cultural backgrounds definitely blends in and gives you a diversity when it comes to creating your sound too.
Absolutely,
So
man.
yeah,
Yep.
man, that's fire.
Yeah, you know, like I told you, I started music last year, and I really feel like the gift that God gave me, I really feel like I'm starting to begin to tap into it. You know, like in the beginning, it was an idea, but one thing about ideas, man, God is not about ideas. God is purpose. You know what I'm saying? So
Amen.
what we may think is an idea was truly purpose that God had in timing, right? You know what I'm saying? So I just believe that everything that's going on is truly timing by the Lord. And the reason I say that is because there's just been so many doors opening in just such a short period of time. You know what I
Right.
mean? Bro, I just keep it real. I haven't had to do much, you know what I'm saying, throughout this process, but really just follow the footsteps and follow the doors that open. You know,
Yeah.
so I'm grateful for that, man. You know what I mean? I'll be the first to tell you that I'm grateful for that. I'm extremely humble. You know, even though I hear that, you know, the music is dope, bro, you got a great vibe. You know, I'm a man of love, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of love. I feel like I never meet a stranger. You know, that's why me and you kicked it so well from the beginning. Because I don't
Yeah.
meet strangers, you know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody God
Yeah.
puts in my path,
It's for a
they're
reason.
supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? You know,
For
so
sure.
and that's just my message throughout the world, man. I don't want to change who I am. I want to continue to stay organic. I want to continue to stay who I am. Love, you know what I'm saying? Family. You know, my community know I love the kids. They know I love the elders. And I'm continuously giving back, man, in some capacity. You know what I'm saying? And it's not always a money thing, but resources come from different manners, right? So
Absolutely.
I'm continuously trying to give back resourcefully, man, no matter what it is, my time, my money, my love, you know, whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? Whether phone call or whatever it is, you know. So um, and I feel like that's the message for me, man, throughout the world. I don't want to change who I am. You know what I mean? Um,
Absolutely.
I became who I am, the man I became because of just being me. So I want to continue to stay true to that, you know, and I want people to feel me for who I really am. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want a facade, you know. I just want to be me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I just want people to vibe and feel me for who I am.
Amen. I
Yeah.
can relate to that
Yeah.
because I'm gonna share a bit. You know, this is a mental health show, so this is what we do. We share.
For sure, man.
Uh Now, you know, I already told you what happened to me, you know, me getting shot in the head or whatever. So we're not
Yeah.
gonna go too much into that. But I'll say this. Trying to come back from that, right? Having PTSD, somebody tried to kill me. I'm still here, but
Yeah.
I'm going through these phases as an artist, right?
Yeah.
And on one side, I wanted to kill everything. So that was resonating in the music. But then on the other hand, I'm really known to be this chill, cool ball to just get the bunnies,
Yeah.
you know? So it was a hard phase. And this was before, you know, this wasn't before me getting shot because I'm married. So that's not me in totality. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
three different sides of me as an artist, but I only cater to one side. So for you to say you just want to be yourself, I was going through a phase where I wanted to be myself, but I didn't know how to express it without catering to the other sides, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man.
So when I did finally find my way back into really figuring out who I was now with this injury and going through it, right? I wanted to come back authentically and unapologetically myself, regardless of who liked it or not. You know what I'm saying? So for you to share what you've been through and then put it into your music and be expressive and just be yourself, I can relate to that.
I appreciate
You know,
that, man.
I
Yeah.
can relate to that, bro. So I wanted to share that with you, you know, and just let you know, like, you ain't alone on that. It's all about just being authentically yourself. And
Yeah,
that's what
man,
I try to
because
do in the music too. So I understand.
yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. Because one thing I've learned early in the game with this music, man, is I wanted to be true to myself. I really
For
wanted to
sure.
be true to myself. Um, whether I had 5 fans or whether I had 5 million fans,
Right.
I wanted to be true to myself. Um, you know, what I write, I mean, and I mean what I say, but I'm learning that with this music, it allows me to express myself and release. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And
Mm-hmm.
it's something that I didn't realize in the beginning. Like I said, like it was an idea to do music, but after about 8 months, I fell in love with it.
Right.
And once I fell in love with it, naturally, once you fall in love with something, it's game over. You
It's
know.
game over.
So I started to fall in love with it. And it wasn't the fact that I was gaining fans is what I fell in love with. I fell in love with the fact that I could go to the studio and I could say what was on my heart. And I could get it off my chest. And people who know me know that I don't write verses. If I hear a beat, I may write a concept for the hook, but every producer that I've ever recorded with, they'll tell you I don't write verses until I get to the studio.
I don't
Um,
write it all, so I understand. I'm a punching guy.
yeah, well,
But I know how to build the concept. I've been rapping for 20 something years. So
yeah, I
yeah,
like to,
it's kind of like second nature for me.
yeah, I like to go to the studio, man, and I like for it to be fresh off my mind. And I'm a fast writer. I usually write, super fast. 5-10 minutes, I'm ready
That's
to go.
dope.
Because I want, I want, I want the true feeling at that moment when I record. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, because what it allows me to do, it allows me to release. And most of the time, bro, when I get done, it's like, you know what I mean? You feel good. You know what I mean? Whether you had a high energy record or whether it was an emotional record that you were doing, um, relationship, heartbreak, something in your life, But at the end of the day, it just it allows you a chance to release. You know what I mean? So that's
right.
what I'm loving about the music, man. That's what I'm loving about the music. I'm having fun with it, but it's a therapy deal for me too as well, man. So I really appreciate the value of it.
Oh man, that's dope. So you perform in different cities and countries. How do you manage stress and burnout while on the road?
Oh wow. Um, just really coming with the just grasping the idea, man, that this is what I signed up for. Just being honest. Um, I knew at some point it was gonna get to this point, man. A lot of travel. That's what it takes, man. You can't
Yeah,
sit in the city, man, and do music at the studio and rap at the clubs in your city and expect that that's gonna make it happen. They're just the way the music business is designed these days, man. It just don't work anymore.
yeah, that's not
Um,
enough.
it's just not enough. You want to be the hottest in your city, that's cool. Be the hottest in your city. But the thing about it is don't nobody know who you are in Alabama. Don't nobody know who you are in Texas. Nobody know who you are. So I had to learn that for me to gain reach, I had to be reaching. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So um, it's stressful, man, but I lock in, man. I lock in, And I'm a man that I'm a man that encourages himself. I'm one that can encourage myself, motivate myself, uh, and I rely on my spirit a lot. You know what I mean? One thing you're gonna learn about me, I rely on my spirit a lot. A lot of people think I'm crazy, man, but one thing about it, man, my spirit is everything to me, my soul. You know what I'm saying? And I rely on that heavy. So my body tells me when to shut down. There's times when I have to shut down, and there's times when I have to take a few days, man. But I don't allow that to be seen, man.
Yeah.
Those are the
That
times when
energy
I don't
gotta
I
be
don't
up.
no.
Yeah. All right, he's breaking
Uh
up. He's breaking up a bit.
you got me back?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I said because I'm such a motivator and encourager, I'm just not gonna allow nobody to see me like that, man. I'm gonna get my rest when needed. But I'm back on it, man. I'm a man that's back on it. I'm always constantly trying to encourage and motivate, every and all, man. Not just myself, man. My team, whether it's my assistants, my managers, man, whatever they got going on in their life, their kids or my kids, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody, my road manager, he goes through a lot, man. He got a lot of mental, health issues. And I just try to be there for us all, bro. So my down times, man, I get it when I need it, but just know
Yeah,
Vandross, man, ain't many of those. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. It's good that you solid for those around you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
man.
mentally, you fit up here. You know,
Yeah.
and
Oh
knowing
yeah.
that to put God first is the reason you mentally fit up here. So
I have to,
that's a
man.
big part of it. Being connected to the King is always part of the reason why we are the way we are out here.
Man,
You know
you
what I'm
have to,
saying?
man. Yeah, you have to, man.
Yeah,
That's the only way. That's the only way it's going down, man. I don't care what they say. Hey, they can say what they want. They can fake the funk all they want to, man. But listen, man, don't nothing pop unless the man upstairs make it go. So
that's right.
yeah, so ultimately at the end of the day, man, shout out to him, man, and shout out to what he doing for me and everybody else, man. Shout out to all the independent artists, man, out here just grinding, bro. You know.
Yeah, we was just talking about that too.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, so your commitment to community, you know, is definitely inspiring and it's dope, right? How does giving back contribute to your own well-being?
Oh man, it's a inner soul thing for me, man. Um, my love language is giving. You know what I mean? I'm a giver, man. Um, I've been like that my whole life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who know me, man, I've been like that my whole life. Um, I'll never stop that, and I feel like there's so much more that I can do. We do so much for, and I won't get into, what I do for Christmas, but here in my city, man, with the sheriff department, we take families to Walmart, throughout the Christmas season, man, and I give back. It's
That's
it's
dope,
it's
bro.
amazing. It's just amazing to see the babies be able to go in the store, man, and get what they want, man, knowing that mama can't provide that, and it's amazing to see mom in the store, man, just grateful and appreciative, understanding that God made a way, man. So one thing about I say about God on earth, man, in the physical, man, the Lord can't do nothing, man, unless He got a vessel, bro. You know,
That's a
so
fact.
so here you is, you got this single mom, man. She working her ass off, man. She praying to God, man. She don't know where it's gonna come from, bro. She have no idea, but she's standing on the faith, man. God told her in His word, man, just stand on your faith, I'll provide. So here this lady is, she has no idea who I am. She don't know who I am, but she's praying on her knees, man, that God gonna provide for her babies, man, for a specific situation. And then God takes an individual like myself, man, anonymously, and I'm the individual that comes to the table, man, and does the blessing that He provides the resources for me to be able to be the channel.
That's right.
So
It's all from him. It's always from him. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
man. So that's how
I
faith
mean,
works, man. That's how faith works, man, in the physical.
that's
There
right.
has to be a vessel, man, that God uses. And the fact that, man, that people are still praying, man, and believing that God moving, man, and I'm able to be part of the motion, man, for God, bro. I do that to the day I die, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what he put me here for. And I'm gonna enjoy the blessing that he give me. I'm grateful for my babies, man, that he gave me. And but most importantly, man, I'm here to do the will of the Lord, man, you know what I'm saying, throughout the process of my life, man. So I'm gonna enjoy my kingdom. I'm gonna enjoy heaven while I'm here, but I'm gonna continue to give, man, from the heart. And man, just know, man, it's love, man, for me, man. When I
That's
do it,
dope.
man, it's no greater feeling, man. It really is. It really isn't, man. No greater
That's
feeling, bro.
dope, bro. Yo, you're a solid dude, man. I gotta say that. I already could tell that from listening to your music and then us conversating outside. But yeah,
Yeah,
you're a
man.
solid dude, man. And I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? We need more people like you out here, man.
Man, I
So,
appreciate it, man.
have you ever had a moment where a fan story about your music deeply impacted you?
Yeah, man. It's funny you asked that because I struggled, I guess about 8 months, I guess about around December last year. I was struggling with this music thing, man, because I felt like nobody was listening. Just being honest. I felt like nobody was listening. I felt like I was spinning my wheels. I was looking for some type of um, just some type of assurance. You know what I'm saying? That I had something, man. And I just didn't have it. And around January, I started getting calls, man. People I went to high school with over 20 years ago, uh, people that I don't even know in my private messenger was just like, man, you're just such an inspiration. Just keep going. Just
Yeah,
I watch you and I see your social media and I just watch how you've grown and just how you just, you fight, and you're motivated and you encourage and how you encourage people. So to hear those type of things, man, that just lets me know that I'm winning, you know. Um, and ultimately, at the end of the day, bro, it's just all about just trying to do the right thing, be in the right position, man, to be a blessing. Um, I know God is blessing my music career, man, because ultimately, at the end of the day, God's gonna give you the hearts of your desire, especially when you line up with the will of Him.
that's right.
So I have no doubt that the success that I'm having in the music business, man, is because of the will of God that I have. You know what I'm saying? So um a lot of it is let me say this, most of it is the Lord, man. A small portion of it is the fact that I'm walking in faith, man, in an unknown situation, man. Believing that God got my back, believing that what I'm doing, man, is the right move, and I'm just not out here for self, man. That there's at some capacity, man, I'm gonna be able to take proceeds from this, man, and we're gonna bless families, man. We're gonna bless families. We're gonna bless shelters, man. We're gonna bless children at Christmas, man. Like, that's what this is about. I feel like God has already paved the way for me financially, man, in my life, through the construction path of my life. So I feel like what God is doing with me through this music path of my life financially is for me
Yeah,
to be able to give back. These resources will be for me to give back, man. This is not about me fatten my pockets up, trying to get myself together, man. God has already provided for me in my life. What God is doing for me right now is giving me resources, man, that I can give back to his people, man. Every city I hit, man, I want to know kids. I want to know elders. I want to be able to be a blessing, man. And I want to continue to be able to go back to those states and those cities, man, and those streets, man, and continue to be a blessing, man, at some capacity. You know what I mean? Back in the school system, man. Just whatever that I can do, man, that God is willing to use me as a vessel, bro. That's where I'm at with this.
hey, that's dope, bro.
Yes,
That's
sir.
definitely dope, man. Big ups to you for that, man. So, do you feel like artists have a responsibility to speak on mental health issues?
I really do, man. We have such a, we have such an influence on the community. When you think about it, independent artists, who we are. Um, Me personally, man, I really feel like independent artists have bigger influence than major artists. And the
Absolutely.
reason I say that is because we come from the community.
We on the
We not,
ground with everybody else.
man, we in the block. We on the block. We trying to get everybody to hear us. You know what
That's
I'm
right.
saying? So, ultimately, man, when your platform begins to get big, when you have an influence, um, let's be real, man. Our communities are
A lot
dealing
of
with a lot.
responsibility.
Our young men, our young ladies, man, they dealing with a lot, man, in this community, man. Social media has made it to where, man, they want to be popular. Hell, they don't even go to school no more, man, unless they got the right kind of shoes on. They so afraid of what somebody's gonna say about them, how they look, so they're dealing with so much, because society and social media has dictated that,
Right.
so when you talk mental, man, that's deep, man. When you're talking about 12, 13, and 14-year-old babies, man, are
The
trying
most
to,
impressionable ages too.
and that word,
Yeah.
and the babies are worried about being liked, bro. You know what I'm saying? They worried about their image. They're worried about what they're wearing.
Yep.
They're dealing with so much. The young ladies, man, they're so stressed out because the young boys, they want to have sex. So she's so worried because she don't want to be looked at a certain way without doing it. She don't know what to do. He got to get him some, man, because he with his fellas, man. So he got to show the boys that he already stunting.
And
You
that
know what
might
I mean?
not even
So
be his personality for real.
that's right, bro. So they're dealing with
Yeah.
so much. The youngins is dealing with so much, man. You know what I'm saying? Mentally. And I just really feel like, I coached a lot of football when my son was younger, man. And God showed me, man, that I had the kids from the age of 8 to 12, but once they got to middle school, I kind of took my hands off them because I gave them to the middle school coach. And God showed me, he said, that was the time that they needed you the most.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we definitely have a platform, man, as independent artists, man, in the communities to give back. You know what I mean? I really believe that we have a big influence, man, in our communities. And the kids are listening to us, man, without a doubt. They listening. Whether you believe it or not, they're sponges, man. They listening, man. You know. And
Yeah.
most of them want to be like us, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's true. So let's talk infusion music, man. What is
Let's
that
get it.
and break that down to the people.
Infusion music. So infusion, man, when you look up definition of fusion, man, it's just pretty much a combination of things that you infuse together. You combine. Um, when I started music last year, I really didn't know. I know who I was as far as my name was, um, but I really didn't know who Nature Vandross was. I had no direction because naturally, like I told you, I was new in the studio. So I
Yeah.
had no direction. So I had to really find out who I was, as Nature Vandross. And but seemed like every beat I heard, bro, it's like I wanted to make a song. I didn't care if it was country, Caribbean, trap, pop, like Southern soul. Like it was like I wanted to make a song. I had soul in me to where I felt that vibe,
Yeah.
you know. And I never made a song the same. Out of, I did my first year, I did 50 songs in my first year. And I've never made a song the same. So
You're very versatile.
God put it in my spirit, and and
I like
and
that.
and where I got infusion, so to keep it real, so little secret of mine, a lot of people ask me all the time, they say, well, how the hell you just off the walls all the time at your age, right? Not gonna tell y'all my real age. Um, but I go get infusions. So I go to a clinic and I have my own nurse, and she gives me infusions. Every month I go get infusions. I go get bags. So I go first of the month and I go get no different like you at the hospital, the bags that they hang
Yeah.
on the
IV.
pole. So I go to the infusion clinics, and Melissa, she takes care of me, every month, once a month. So I go in, man, and I get all my nutrients, my potassiums, you know, she just loads the bags up, right? And
Right.
2 bags, which is 2 liters, which is really 4 gallons. And people don't really realize that, but 1 liter bag is actually 2 gallons of water, you know.
Right.
So I go and I get 2 liters, and that puts 4 gallons of water in my body. I rehydrate myself, I plenish my vitamins, and I get everything in my body. So
Right.
I'm sitting in the chair one day, and I'm listening to all my music, and she's hooking me up. She's putting the needle in my vein, and it just hit me, infusions. And I was like, you know what? That's what I am. That's exactly what I am when it comes to the music. You know,
Blend
it's an
everything.
infusion of multicultural, you know what I'm saying? A lot of soul, um, you know. But if you hear the music, man, I have fun in the music. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
somebody told me one time, they said, bro, you're not rapping for no money. I can hear it in the music. I said, nah, bro, I
Yeah.
ain't rap. Yeah, I ain't rapping for no money, man. I'm rapping because I love it, because it's passion. I love it, man. I'm having a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I love music. I love different varieties of music, man. I'll listen
Yeah.
to anything. Good music is just good music, bro. You know what I'm saying? It don't
Yeah.
matter what it is, you know. So that's what Infusions is, man. It's just a multicultural of different things, man, from my background. And I'm just not afraid of any beat, man. A lot of guys, man, they want to stay on a pocket. Me, you know, I'm just afraid to, I'm just not afraid to try anything, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's been times, brother, where we do records and we count them at the end of the night. You know,
Yeah.
just because you hear a concept doesn't mean that it's always going to come out. You
Yeah.
know what I'm
Don't mean
saying?
it's
Like you
for you.
hear. That's right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of records, man, that I do. And when we get done, it's a fun concept. It was a fun time, you know, but it wasn't a record. You know what I'm
It
saying? So
wasn't
if it's
it.
that's
Yeah.
right. So if it's not a record, man, we just erase it, man, and it was good practice. We was in the gym, man. We shot the ball. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I like to say we didn't shoot well tonight. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
how you find one. That's definitely how you find one. And listen, I understand that more than a little bit as well, because I'm a little bit of the same way. When I go in the booth, I'll create something, and to everyone else, sometimes they'll be like, "Yo, that's hot," and I'm like, in the back of my mind, like, "This ain't it,"
Yeah.
and they're thinking that's it, but I know that's not it. So I'm not even gonna put this out. I'm
Yeah.
a can it. I'm not going to delete it because I might come back to it later. I make beats too, so
Yeah.
you know, I look at it in a way where I might could use this verse for something to inspire me to make a certain type of beat.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. A lot of
So
the
I
concepts, though,
understand
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, a lot of the concepts, man, like, you know, you I say it this way. You never forget. You know what I'm saying? So because it was in you wrote it, because it was an idea, you'll never forget the idea. However, you know, ultimately at that particular time, man, if it wasn't a vibe, you know, I'm a vibe guy, man. You know, when you hear my records, I'm always trying to create a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, we about to create one right now.
oh yeah, you
Tell
know,
the people
so
before I play this record and play this video. Tell the people about Sunshine and what was the
So
influence
Sunshine
behind it.
Vibe, man. So Sunshine Vibe is an amazing record, man. Sunshine Vibe was one of the first records that I ever sung on. Um, it was early in my career. It was the first song that I ever put out in April of last year, man. And you know, it's a dope record, bro. I can't say much about it, man. An incredible vibe, man. Whether you in the islands, whether you on a cruise ship, whether you at the beach, man, whether you kicking it with your lady, man, you know, whether the ladies just hanging out together, man, you know, it's just a dope record, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it came from the heart, man. It really did. You know, it really came from the heart, man. And when it was wrote, man, I just closed my eyes and just imagine I was in the islands, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was definitely a vibe, and it is the first of its kind to play on the podcast with Tigmatic. And I told Nature that, y'all. So, you know, he's excited about that as well.
Yeah,
And I
man.
am too. I am too. Because, you know, I like to play a little variety. Listen, Hollywood Radio, Going in radio. This is hip hop. We here. You know what I'm saying? We moving and booming, and we about to play this record. You know what I'm saying? Where you at, my guy? We lost you for a second. Is you there? He must be getting a call. Before we play this record, I'm going to wait till he get back, y'all. I'm going to wait till he get back. You know, people, when y'all see people on the live, please don't call them. You know what I'm saying? That kind of messes up the whole feng shui thing. You know, we try and move and boom and keep it popping out here. He'll be back in. He'll come back in. But that's how it is, man. Sometimes it get like that. But, yeah, let the person that's on get interviewed. Don't interrupt the interview. Let them shine. Let them do their thing. And let them go. Like, that's how they're supposed to go. You know? Nature Vandross is definitely a dope artist. And he's definitely an artist that y'all will be seeing more of. Y'all will see more of him. Y'all will see this video that I'm going to play. I'm waiting for him to come back, and when he come back in, then we'll play the tunes and get it booming. Meantime, in between time, this episode, since we on a double header, is brought to you by the Rat Patch. This is hiphop.com. DDS. We moving and booming, baby. Chess Music Management. Hey, checkmate. We hear you, yo. Listen. Also, Collywood Radio, Collywood TV, Collywood Music, and Dollar Radio. So we hear y'all. So we got all these entities. Yeah, so Tig, how you do that? Listen, it's about influence, like my man was saying. So when he come back in, we're going to play the video, but I'm waiting for him to come back in the room. I'm not going to play it until you get back here, y'all. But, yeah, you know, it's all about building influence, and he's here. Boom, here you go. Yeah, he's
Man,
back.
my phone went dead on you, bro. Sorry, bro. I was like, whoa, what happened?
I thought it was a phone call, but I get it.
Yeah, man, my phone went dead, man. Can you see me?
Yeah, we see you.
All right,
We
man.
see
I'm
you.
sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm so
Hey,
sorry.
man, listen, it's all good.
Let me turn it
It's all
sideways,
good.
man. Let me see. Can you see me now? Hold on, I'm sideways. Let me see. How about that?
Yeah, you good? We still see you? You still good, my
Yeah,
guy?
man. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Let me.
He's trying
I
to
got to
get
see,
right,
man. Hey,
yo.
got a text from somebody like, man, keep the phone still.
You said they was telling you keep the phone still, huh? All right. Hey, listen, y'all. We going through it again. It's looking like we here. Well, I'm here. We'll let him get right until he, you know, can get it. You know, we're going to keep it popping. So like I was saying, you know, we're trying to bring different types of music, different types of artists forward to this whole thing. Music is universal. It shouldn't just have one type of sound, one type of bounce. Everybody's going like this to every song. Yeah, that's cool, but we shouldn't be looking for that in every single song that we hear, you know. With the versatility that's out here, there should be so much more that we hear. You know, And he's back.
Man, listen, man. See, this is what happened when you start talking about God too much.
Yeah,
You
the
see what
enemy is always at
happened?
work. He always at work, bro. But
Hey,
listen,
man. Hey, he tried to shut my whole phone down, bro. You know what I'm
listen.
saying?
When the
Yeah,
enemy is
man.
at work, we ain't
Yeah.
letting him stop the show. That's what I
Yeah.
was just talking about, influence, and the influence is not building the same type of sound on every record.
Yeah, for
Different
sure.
vibes. And this is
Yeah.
what we're about to bring to him right now.
Hey, man, let's get it, man. I'm sorry I held y'all up, man. Let's go and turn them up, man. Let's get to it, bro.
Hey, man, let's get to it. Sunshine, Nature
Sunshine
Vandross.
vibe, man. Nature Vandross, sunshine vibe. Let's get it.
Sunshine vibes. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee, baby, let's go vibe in the sunshine. I say, ooh-wee, baby, let's go vibe in the sunshine. Flow like the wind and the breeze. Come and get closer to me, babe. Ooh-wee, baby, let's go vibe in the sunshine. Yeah. Catching a wave, sun shining all on our faces. We done been all type of places. Travel the world, we look down on the world. Clouds in the sky, I make you feel so alive, yeah. Baby, no worries, no cries, yeah. I put you onto the vibe, yeah. It's no better feeling than you being next to me. Leaving footsteps in the sand on the beach. Ocean view with the world in your reach. Float away like a boat on the sea. What you want, happiness is the key. Wind blowing, got you feeling like you're free. Come with me and I can put your mind at ease. Come with me and I can make you feel at peace. Ayy. Ooh-wee, baby, let's go vibe in the sunshine. I say, ooh-wee, baby, let's go vibe in the sunshine. Flow like the wind and the breeze. Come and get closer to me, babe. Ooh-wee, baby, let's go vibe in the sunshine. Yeah. Girl, I come in like the tide. Surfing the waves and we ride, yeah. You have the time of your life, yeah. Watching the sun as we rise, yeah. You're mesmerized. Love how our spirits align, yeah. You make me feel so sublime, yeah. You got the glow, girl, you shine, yeah. Listen to the sound of water crashing on the shore. This is what it's like with a man that's mature. I can give you feelings that I know you never felt. Sitting in the sun and your heart start to melt. It's a vibration when your hand touch mine. Girl, you're so vibrant and I love how you shine. Just enjoy the moment cause it feels so divine. This the kind of vibe that everybody wants to find. Hey. Ooh-wee, baby, let's go vibe in the sunshine. I say, ooh-wee, baby, let's go vibe in the sunshine. Yeah. Flow like the wind and the breeze. Come and get closer to me, babe. Ooh-wee, baby, let's go vibe in the sunshine. Yeah. Ooh-wee, baby, let's go vibe in the sunshine. I say, ooh-wee, baby, let's go vibe in the sunshine. Yeah. Flow like the wind and the breeze. Come and get closer to me, babe. Ooh-wee, baby, let's go vibe in the sunshine. Yeah.
Hey, listen, that joint was popping, bro. That joint was popping, bro. Listen, we need them reggae vibes. You know what I'm saying? We need them vibes. Vibe in the sunshine. Yeah. Flow like the wind in the breeze. Hey, man. Hold on. Turn your mic on. Hold on. Let me unmute you. Go ahead. I got you. Go ahead.
Hey, flow like the wind and the breeze. Come and get closer to
Closer
me,
to
baby.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man, that's that grown man talk. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I know all about it.
See them, yeah. Hey, I tell them young guys, listen, man, y'all got to grow a little bit before y'all understand that type of lyric play.
Facts.
You know, and that be the problem, man, because see the younger generation, they be like, ah, man, Pop need to sit down somewhere. No, man, you need to listen to what Pop's saying, cause I'm on some real shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you go at one of these points in your life, you gonna court a young lady, you know what I'm saying? And this what it's gonna be on. You know, so yeah, man. So Sunshine Vibe, man, shot the video in Jamaica, in Kingston.
Yeah, that's dope.
Shout out to my man Izzy, you know what I'm saying? My homeboy over in Izzy, man, you know, he's a native of Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? So when I went over, man, it was love. We shot the video, man. I shot with family, you know, over in Jamaica. You know what I mean? So it was love, man, over there. And we shot the video in a day, bro. We shot the video same day, edited the next day, and it was ready to go, man, 48 hours.
Oh, that's fire, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's definitely fire. I like the video. I like the song, you know. And the song, y'all will hear it on Going In Radio.
Yeah.
Y'all know the vibes. And a couple other ones,
that,
too, from Nature on there, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we moving and booming.
Listen, man, you know, I like I told you, man, I'm all about making the vibes, you know. There's a lot of records that I have, man, that you'll hear coming out on the project, man. I got some country stuff coming out. Some real special country stuff coming out. Man, I got some tough records, you know. I got some techno stuff coming out, man. I got a I got a record like Will I Am. So definitely got one of those upbeat, you know what I mean? One of those high tempo records. Like I told you, man, I'm just not afraid to try anything. It's
versatile.
a super dope record too, man. But I wanted to keep that for the project. I did a Southern Soul record that I got that I have not put out, that I'm gonna have on the album as well. So I just wanted to be able to just showcase, man, just a different variety of the capabilities, you know what I'm saying, as an artist. You know, that's where I was at with the music. So Infusions, man, I hope that I'm able to give you something, man, that you can really vibe to. You're gonna hear a lot of soul in the music. You're gonna definitely hear a lot of passion in the music, a lot of emotion in the music from me. But there's a lot of turn up vibes on that, man. You know, I'm a fun guy too, man. Don't get it twisted. I talk about God a lot, man, but don't get it twisted, bro. I turn up. You know what I mean? So you saw that in Fayetteville. I love to have a great time. I love to rock out. You know, so I want to be able to express that, man, anytime I put on a show. We want to rock out, but at the end of the day, man, we also want to give them some substance and some value too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. Hillbilly says, I want an epic ballad that walks the stages of rap's evolution, from Slick Rick to Run DMC to Dre and on. Show those skills. Yo, he very versatile, Hillbilly. He's definitely versatile. And he can go from trap to country to what you just heard there.
And tell him I appreciate it, man, because one thing about music is subjective, man, and I appreciate everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate all comments. You know, I value everything, man, bad or good. Because once again, like I said, I'm a student, bro. You know, so in being a student in the music, I never take anything personal, of course. But I value, you know what I'm saying, the things that I hear, you know, because ultimately that's how you grow. You know, it's lessons and blessings, you know, so that's how you grow. So tell Hillbilly, man, that I hope he lock in with me, because I know I got something for him that he will definitely love.
Hey, his name Hillbilly is definitely some country on deck you want to hear.
Oh, for sure. Oh, I got his record. I got his record, man. You know what I'm saying? And bro, that's another thing with me. You know, I want to be able to turn up, you know, Monday night with the country folks. I want to be able to hit the club on Friday night, you know what I'm saying, and rock out. And then I want to be able to go
hit the Caribbean joint on Thursday nights, you know what I mean, and be able to
Yeah.
rock out and have a great time. That's who I am, man. That's Nature Vandross. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I'm excited about it. We got a lot of motion now, man. Thanks. I really appreciate you, man. Before we end this, let me just say first and foremost, man, um, shout out to you, bro. You know what I mean? I really
I
appreciate you,
appreciate that,
man.
man.
I came to Fayetteville last week, man, and first person I met was you, bro. I came in the building, and man, you was open arms, warm, you know what I'm saying, doubt me, man, and you was like, hey, bro, I'm gonna check you out tonight. I did my set, and right after my set, you was like, yo, bro, I got to get this interview like right now. So come
Yeah.
on, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I just appreciate you, man, your platform, what you do, not just for me, you know what I'm saying, but for all artists, man. It's tough out here. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
man.
So, yeah,
You're absolutely right on that. And I appreciate those words, man. Thank you so much.
absolutely, man.
Shout out to Chopper City Greg, you know what
Hey,
I'm saying,
man.
for linking us.
Boy, that's my guy. Listen, man, Chopper City Greg, man. I'm excited about networking with him, man. We got some big things on the table.
Yeah.
We back and forth in talks right now, man. And we gonna get some campaigning popping.
Yeah.
So man, Nature Vandross right now, man. We excited. Shout out to my team, man. Shout out to my managers, my road manager, man. Shout out to my assistants. I have two incredible assistants. Shout out to my to my lady who runs my publishing company. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my to the lady who runs my record label. Like one thing about this thing, man, you can't move without a team.
That's right.
So I'm blessed to have somebody in every category, man, whether it's marketing, promotion, handling the finances, all the way down to buying my clothes, man. They buy my clothes. They're constantly looking for new flavor for me, man. They're constantly trying to add to the value of Nature Vandross. So shout out to my team, man. Kelsey, Natalie, Lynn, my boy Noel out in Houston, and just shout out to my squad, man. So I'm extremely grateful for having an amazing team, man.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Because there's no I in team. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
listen, man.
So I
Yeah.
agree with you there.
Yeah, that guy Nature Vandross would not be who he is, man. And I say that because you got to understand that Samuel and Nature Vandross are two different individuals. So that guy Nature Vandross, man, it takes a lot to make him go. You know what I mean? A lot of scheduling, a lot of organizing, a lot of planning, with the travel, the hotels, all of it, man. So they do a really good job, man, of taking care of that guy, Nature Vandross. And I'm just blessed to be a part of it, bro. Real talk, man. I'm excited about the brand. I'm excited about the motion. And most importantly, man, I'm just excited about, just everything coming together, man, so that I can do some greater things when it's time.
Oh, man, that's dope. Listen, anything else you want to say before we get on?
Hey, man, let me
Here's my
just
last
close.
question. Wait. I got one last question. And
What
then
is it, bro? What
say your
is it?
shout outs. This is
Hey,
something that
man.
I ask every single guest. I just asked my last guest before you. If it's one thing life has taught you, what is that and why?
Patience. Patience. Um, I'm a man, I'm a go-getter, right? Let me say it this way. Give you
Yeah,
this jewel before I cut out. I'm a go-getter. I really feel that there is nothing in my life that I can't accomplish or do. I don't give a dang what it is. Um, but ultimately, at the end of the day, what I've had to learn in my life is timing and patience. Um, just because you feel that it's the right time might not be the right time,
that's right.
you know. Um, and that's with everything in life. That's with everything in life, man. You know what I mean? So, ultimately just understanding that patience is everything, in life. Timing is everything. Um, I always tell you, I'm a big dreamer, man. I'm probably one of the biggest dreamers in the world, man, and And I truly have to say that God has truly showed me what patience can do for my life through experience. Not saying that just textbook, but I have to say that through experience. You know, losing my parents
Yeah.
at such a young age, man, contemplating taking my life, you know, at that particular point, you know, cursing God for everything he was worth, you know, because there was no way that it was a real God. You know, there was no way that a man that said he loved me that could take my family, take my mom and take my father from me. So God dealing with me through patience in my life and molding me, man, and grooming me into the man that I've become in my life, man. Man, I'm extremely grateful for the patience in my life, bro. So that's it, without a doubt. Yeah.
Oh man, that's dope. That's definitely dope, man.
Yes, sir, man.
I
Yes,
want to
sir.
say thank you for coming on. So
Hey,
listen,
man.
don't hang
Appreciate
up. Don't hang up. But I'm gonna put the solo cam on and remove you from the stage, but don't hang up.
Okay.
All right? All right. Folks, my guest was here. He got it booming. Listen, great person, individually talented, multi-talented, and kind-hearted. We need more people like that out here, y'all. Listen, he moving and booming, and nature, he hot, y'all. I like him. This won't be the last time y'all see him. So this was another one in the books. I'm a little cooked, y'all. I had a long day, you know what I'm saying? We was moving and booming, and I hope to see y'all again Saturday. Until next time, folks. Peace.